All right, and we're up and live. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to Miss Goldie Robinson. Good morning, SouFlo and the family. Up, up, up. Same to you, my dear. Thank you for being here. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to the entrepreneurs, the stay at home moms and pops, the retirees. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, minibus driver, food delivery, round town drivers. Shout out to the over the road, long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the brother Troy Stars Trucking Vlogs on YouTube. Big up yourself, Troy. Up, up, up. All right. Shout out to every single clean hearted, good hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You deserve respect. Shout out to you. Welcome to this morning here on Monday morning. We have our feet on the ground and we are up and out to get it, right? Big up on yourself. It's money making Mondays, not manic Monday, money making Mondays. You know how the Mondays go. You relax over the weekend and then Monday morning is like chaos. Where my shoes at? Where my bag there? I gotta go. I gotta be on the clock by this time. You're moving, you're moving, you're moving. Kind of gets manic, right? Traffic is crazy. You left the house late. You never get no breakfast because it was between wake up and get something to eat versus take an extra 15 minutes sleep and fight the traffic to work. All these kind of things that we do. Manic Mondays, not us. It's money making Mondays. We're back on top of that again. Somebody said SouFlo look like a money you love. Yes, man, I six picking me up. I have to love money. I don't know that go already. This morning, I want to big up a couple of people and then we're going to get into our topics. Boy, this morning is festive. A lot of things are going on. I'm going to talk about aging, and it's no joke because my back throat since Friday, and I gotta reel that in for my aging people because I know I'm not the only one. Seeing, and even though I'm not up there in age yet, I could feel the changes coming on. So that's life and that's real. All right, we're gonna talk about Davian Bryan as well and recap the whole situation with the 9-year-old being rescued. However, we're going to talk more about what his family is going through and what Jamaica needs to do to shore up and secure up the place, these kind of things. So that one's going to get pretty deep. But a story broke last night. Me grabbed my other phone. Wifey sent me something that I have to get into. There's a group of people in Jamaica that people are calling a cult. And the cult had a confrontation with police last night in Jamaica, and a couple of people are dead. So we're gonna talk about that too. All right. I don't know if you've heard the story or if you've seen it, but let me big up at least my first 10 before we get into this. So again, shout out to Miss Goldie Robinson. You're the first one here this morning. Thank you. I appreciate you greatly. Jacqueline Mason, we are here waiting, and I am here. Thank you for being here. Jet Bar, big up yourself. Good morning. Dainty D, good morning. I'ma Inspire, good morning. Lion Tribe, manners and respect. Andrea Sharevis, good morning. Andrea is probably still saying, oh, no, him can't say my name right. It's Sharevis. All right, good morning. Big up yourself. Queenie Morris, thank you for being here. Junior Lee, good morning. And Kimberly Marshall Cromer, good morning. Miss Thomas, Dre Bell, Flavia Nelson, and may I stop at that name there because it looked funny. Uh, Citizen Blue, Queenie Morris, Life in the Something Boxing Ring family vlog. Life in the Boxing Ring family vlog. I might go check out your channel. Life in the Boxing Ring family. You know I love boxing. If that's Nurse James. Nurse James said, I can't believe I'm early on a Monday morning too, right? Big up yourself, Nurse James. And thank you so much for your ongoing support and for being here. Desmond Harper, good morning. Desmond Harper said, good morning and up, General. Blessings to you. Blessings to you too, my brother and your family. Christopher, Vibes Rum, you don't know already. Manners and respect. Big up yourself. All right, Rika Lou, big up yourself. King Biggs is in the building, hot and spicy. Big up yourself. And Gaza man, big up yourself. King Biggs, I think you're the one that sent me the 2-year-old, me love me 2-year-old by Admiral Bailey. Were you the one that were you the one that sent me the clip or sent me the song and sent me the article where he tried to explain what he meant by 2-year-old. I think I you know King Big, but anyway, I got it, and let's just say that his explanation just made things worse because that's exactly what I thought it was, which I was hoping it would not be. Anyhow, upset at there. Upset at said, can we talk about the artist who breed up the 15-year-old picnic? What artist are you talking about, fam? What artist are you talking about? Upsetter, drop the name. Don't be afraid. This is SouFLoTV. We don't care. We no response for nobody around. I drop me, I'm care. But drop drop the name, please. We got to talk about the PM posing with level 3 pedophiles. Wow. Who is that? You're dropping things I don't know about. Big up yourself, Sandra Thomas. Sandra Thomas says you live on my TV. Ooh, I feel like a star this morning. Hot and Spicy says caught this live, but I can't even watch all of it because I'm off to the gym to help with my back aches. You're in the you're in the same position I'm in. I'm gonna talk about the back aches. Go ahead and take care of your back aches and your gym workout. I think that's where I need to be too. So big up yourself and thank you for tuning in. The only cult I know about is the Planka Nation. I don't know who that. All right, but please drop the name of this artist who you are called. Krieger, no. Rika Lou. Rika Lou, call out bounty killer name. Jesus Christ. Unruly body. Early in the morning, bounty killer? You hear my voice change? I said, bounty killer? Really? All right. Let's start off with a little fun. So, I'm talk about aging, and I'm gonna talk about aging in a funny way. I was sharing with Wifey yesterday. I said the first time I realized why aging ain't what it's supposed to be. It's not giving what we thought it was gonna be giving. You know what I'm saying? We're getting all kinds of stuff that we don't want at aging. Body parts just go out, like just go out. Walking in your knee just give for no reason, and you're fit and you're healthy and you tell yourself that you're in good shape, and you're gonna make a one step the wrong direction, just suddenly turn to go that way, regular thing that you've done your whole life, and you can't do it. Knee give out, you on the ground wondering, what the hell, how did I get down here? And you get the worst part is you get up and the knee is not hurting or anything. Just for that 1 second, that knee just gave out. You know, first time I realized that, my 14-year-old was like, yo, your back weak, boy. Hey, it comes with aging, fam. First time I realized, my son, he was 14 at the time, and I said, we were on a racetrack. You know, me, I work out, have them run the bleachers. We had a stadium close by where we were living at. And we run in the bleachers, you know, you sprint up the bleachers, come back down the steps, them working legs, working cardio, everything. And then it has a whole running track. So we are busted down 100-meter sprints, sprint down, jog back, sprint down, jog back, building stamina, all these things. The brother looked at me and said, Dad, I could beat you. I said, no, you can't, boy. You're looking at a runner, proper runner, right? Been running my whole life. And I ain't talking about running from problems. I'm talking about track and field running. So I know you can't test me. You're not ready yet. He said, set it up on a starting line. Oh, you ain't said nothing but a word. Come on, let's go. All right, on your marks. My other son over there keep time. On your marks, get set, boom, and go. And I took off. I'm ahead of him, right? I'm lengthening out my sprint now. I'm coming up. You know how the 100-meter sprint go. So you fire off first and you kind of like stay in your position. You power up, go through. And then when you kick out now to finish, probably about your last 30 meters, 40 meters is where you stretch it out. So me, I get ready for stretch it out now. And I ended up on the ground. My right foot touched the ground and there was no knee. Knee went on vacation, left me right there. And I had to play it off, and I'm playing it off, right? I'm like, I got a cramp. It wasn't no cramp. It was my knee that gave out, and I thought nothing of it, and my knee never gave out again since. I was like, that's the first warning. Friday, I told my son who plays football, he's 13. I said, Kosi, you're out of shape. Cause I know it's a football season start, right? All summer I've been telling this kid, get off the couch, put your device down, go work out. You have a big old private backyard at both houses. Go work out, get yourself together so when football season start, you can shine. You're the one that say you want to go to college on a football scholarship. You want to possibly make it to the pros. I'm telling him, like, take it one step at a time. Shine in high school. If you shine in high school, then more than likely you'll be going on to college to do some things with it. If you shine in college, then more than likely you'll be able to step into the pros. But take it one step at a time, you know? And football season came around. The boy was out of shape, badly out of shape. The second practice of the football season, he was out, and he's out for the season. So I told his mom, I said, don't send him back. We're not sending him back. He's gonna sit the whole season out. Because football is not a game. And I'm not talking about Sakai now. I'm talking about American football. It's not a game where you sit around being inactive and gaining a whole heap of weight and being out of shape, and then you just run out there, put on helmets, pads, all these gears in 95-degree sun heat and start moving like, you know, you've been doing this. You will die out there. People die, children die out there. Heat stroke, cardiovascular issues, heart condition issues, all that. Boy, I said, Kosi, this weekend, I'm changing everything. I got to get back to it. I got to get back to working out and stuff, but I'm going to take you on this journey with me. So it'll be fun because we will both work out together. I'll look good, achieve my goals, and you will be ready the next time football season comes around. Can I tell you? So he comes over on Friday and he's ready to go, right? Friday, I wake up Friday morning after we did the live. I don't know what happened, went to sleep, wake up, and you know when you wake up and you just roll out of bed, I'm doing my normal thing. I wake up, I sit up for a little bit, and then I jump out of bed. I'm jumping out of bed, and the left side of my back is like, pow, sit down. And pardon my language, I was like, bomba clot, how was that? And I had to like just sit there. I'm thinking, okay, I move wrong a little bit. I'm okay. I went to get up. I'm gonna get up like this. See me? I can't straighten up. I went to get up and I was like this. What is that? Man, can I tell y'all? It lasted the whole weekend. It lasted the whole weekend. So this morning my back is still in pain, right? And wifey, I gotta tell out her business a little bit. So, you know, I'm watching my wife all weekend because we was arguing some of the days and whatnot. But for some, you ever been with somebody that you love so much, like, and they still, no matter what they say to you, they still fine as hell. And that's me and wifey. So me, I watch her all weekend. I'm like, just the way how the panty line in, because I can see through the clothes. It's not a see-through short shell wear, but I'm seeing the lining, and I know what she look like if that short come off and all this. So me, I plan. I'm planning. See, kids them go their way. Everybody go to bed, whatever. I'm sneaking in for a little attack. Well, me sneaky last night on my back. Can I tell you about aging? When you're reaching at them age here, you see, you have to whine with caution. Hi, Papa. You up? Yeah, when you're reaching at them age, you have to whine with caution. Let me say it again, whine with caution. It wasn't no, you know, sometimes when the thing get good, you're in your zone, you know what I'm saying? In your zone, you could just. Chill a little bit, slow stroke, none of that. It was one of them. When you have to think about what your next move is going to be, you know you're getting older. You drop your phone and you can't even, because sometimes you could reflex and catch the phone, right? No, when you drop your phone now, you just have to watch the phone drop and be like, rotted, I want the screen to crack up. And then you got to think about how to go get the phone. So, yeah, I dropped my phone was slipping out my hand, and the phone dropped out of my hand, and I tried to catch the phone. I realized that the phone is dropping to my right, and as I moved a little bit, I feel and on the left side of my back, so I have to let the phone drop. And then I'm looking, I'm like, I put the phone in the crack up. But how am I going to go down there to get this phone? All right. I tried bending my back. I said, no, well, that's not proper body mechanics, anyways. Use your legs, not your back. Not that thing. So, yes, baby. Okay, I'll come in. I had to do a whole maneuver, like think this through kind of thing. Slowly straighten your back, bend your knees, squat down. God no, thank you, sir God, thank you, God. So my leg them still strong because I was able to bend down all the way down, pick up the phone, come back up. A proper squat with a straight back. In problems. In problems. So shout out to whoever that was that said I'm on my way to the gym to help with my back pain. That's what I thought. So for my aging folks, get active, stay active, take care of your body. Remember, we always say health is wealth, but aging is no joke. And the thing about life is this: you think you always got it. You do. You hit certain ages and you're like, man, I still got it. I'm good. No, nothing ain't hurting. I feel good. And then that one day out of the blue, it starts the decline of everything. That one day when you wake up and you're like, why is this hurting? I mean, you wake up hurting in places you never normally hurting, and I just saw life go. That's aging. Don't tell me about arthritis. Enough time body can rise to the occasion. No, I don't know about all that. That's the sad part, because when my thing pitch tent and stand at attention, that is what it does. See, but when your back can't work with the front, then you're in a problem, because you can't bust no wine. That's why I say you have to go wine with caution now. It's a different kind of wine. You have to invent a new wine, because you can't fling it like you used to. So you're like, oh, especially when you're going through that hurt, which is what I was going through. So I have to design a wheel. See, and you can't do all the things that you normally do. We kind of get like acrobatic and stuff. I'm a wife with everything. So I get acrobatic and stuff, but couldn't get acrobatic last night. Just had to barely cruise on through. And okay, it started sounding like some senior citizen sex. That's what it sounded like to me. Some senior citizen sex. In my mind, I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is not. I'm not there yet. This is not what it's supposed to be. Not now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know if wifey could have tell us, so wifey entered the chat there. But she know my back was hurting me, and I told her though. I hear she know about, well, it could be a host of things. It could be somebody said, what do you mean it could be a host of things? Like, what are you talking about? So I'm a good dumb that's all. The man still a doing thing. Praises to the Most High. Please take me out if that goes. But praises to the Most. I'm still it's good. But when the back ain't working with you, you in problems. See? So you could be all good right there, and nothing can go on. Nothing can go on. Nothing the way you want it to go on. You know what we do already. We are Jamaican in us, so this kind of embedded in us, You have to go, style it that way there and style it that way there and do a thing. You understand? That's how we do. We do a thing. We have a rhythm. We have a style. So we have style to a thing. We are Jamaicans. We have style, Jamaican man. We have style to a thing. See? That style there, that was on the back burner. Couldn't deal with it. Couldn't deal with it. Everything else is there, working fine. But me owe you a massage. Babe, tell them mommy I beg you for massage from when. But I understand. Raising a family is not easy either. For those of you who don't have kids and you ain't never had kids, stop telling people how to raise their kids, or stop telling married couples how to live their life. It's like some single woman always I tell married woman, or single man always telling married man how to run marriage or how to make marriage work. You're not in this. You don't know what this entails. I see one girl on social media talk about date night is very important, and her and hubby make sure they have one night designated every week that they have date night. So somebody asked her, a lady says, that's all fine and good. You're robots? The lady said, that's all fine and good, right? That's all fine and good, but you don't have a house full of kids. The style they did already. She said, you don't have a house full of kids, and we have 4 kids. So that date night stuff you talking about designated every one day out of every week, it don't normally work like that. Hear what she tell the lady said. Well, sis, just go ahead and say you gave up on your marriage because your marriage is not that important anymore. We are living in a warped ass world where people stick their labels on you and just diagnose. Everybody just diagnose. Everybody has the solution to everybody else's life and don't have no solution for them own problems. You know, it's kind of crazy. Oh, just go ahead and say, sis, just go ahead and say you gave up on your marriage. It ain't, your marriage is on the back burner. It's not priority anymore. Wow. Really? Do you know what it's like having some kids in the house? If you never done it, then don't talk to people who are doing it. Don't give them no advice because you don't know what it is. And until you do, when you get there, come talk to me. Someone in here raised on a picnic them already, so I know what I'm talking about. And some of you got kids in the house right now, so you know what I'm talking about. Not true? Good morning, Stacey and Williams. Thank you for being here. Upper Star says Michelle and Barack had date nights once a week, even when he was in the White House. Yeah, that's when they got into the White House when their children were of age, where you can leave them with somebody where they are well protected and guarded and have all this everything at their disposal. You not having no date night once a week like that designated and it works just like that. You don't know when baby I go take sick. You don't know when baby I go wake up, when baby can't go back to sleep, when baby's sleep schedule messed up and changed. Baby I grow and babies are going through changes. Seeing some of the changes you don't see, you're just wondering like, oh, I gotta get up again. I see my wife do it. Why is she not sleeping through the night? So your date night is not gonna work. You put her to sleep at 9 o'clock. You think, okay, it's about 8, 9 o'clock is when she normally goes down. And I promise you, 8, 9 o'clock is when she normally goes down. And you put her to sleep at 8, 9 o'clock and she wake up 10 o'clock. Where your date night go? You put her back to sleep 10, 10, 15. She wakes up at 11, 11, 15 again. Where's your date night going? What kind of date night y'all gonna do? And they're talking about going out date night. Leave the kids with a sitter and go out date night. I understand how beneficial that could be, but at a certain level in your relationship, that don't work. Wife said Barack and Michelle had kids that were almost teenagers. At the time, they were almost teenagers, right? So that's a different ball game. We're talking about 1 and 2. We're talking about 1 and 3. We're talking about 1, 3, 7, 9, 11, 14. We're talking about them age. You're not doing all that. Ain't no date night for you. That's why marriage and raising children is work. And you must not do it or attempt to do it with someone who is not dedicated to it. Because the road is going to get rough. All the fun stuff you used to do is going to go out the window. Me and wife know a whole lot about date night, and she's probably missing it like hell. We used to go out a lot. We used to party together. We used to she sit and drink, and we know so when time you drink and you start get tipsy, that's before kids. We didn't have no kids. So we could turn up all night. We could use every room in the house if we want to. Make a whole heap of noise. Can't do that again. Once babies start coming in and shh, man, you wake up Kai. Kai not that the room that we finally get him to go down. But now mind you wake up the baby. And okay, we can't be in there, so we can't be in there, so let's go in the living room. And yeah, do your thing in our living room, and in the darkness, somebody come turn up and look for yourself. Your mommy, daddy. It don't work. It doesn't work. So we used to stay in these people clubs all the time. Yes, we used to enjoy ourselves. We used to go out and enjoy ourselves. We were socialites until babies came, which is exactly the way it's supposed to be. Now, I don't think you should stop your life because you have children, but I do think that you have to prioritize. See, you got to prioritize, and that's some of the problem with why families fall apart. People prioritize and prioritize wrong. Shorty home, she need help with the kids. He's out at the club. You know, oh, Boys night out is 3 times a week. I go around at them and them go play some domino game. Go knock some domino. I soon come back. And then them come back midnight. She been struggling to get the baby down, the baby back up. She have to change diaper. Then you leave her with multiple kids. And, you know, all them kind of something that then your partner starts hating you. Because they're like, you leaving me with this all by myself. You out there still having fun. I haven't had fun in forever. I haven't had fun since I found out I was pregnant. Because once you find out you're pregnant, she have to stop her drinking. She have to stop smoking. She have to, a responsible woman, if she smokes. My wife has never smoked, so she know none of that. But she had to change up everything. Some of the foods that she used to love eating didn't smell or taste good no more. She had to rearrange that the schedule, that diet thing that. So her whole stuff started right then. And then as her belly is growing, her body starts to come like it's aging, which is, you know, the baby effects. Balances off and uncoordinated, belly out to yes or no, she waddling, all this other stuff. She's not having no fun. While you still limber and healthy and you're gone. Club me I got tonight with the boys, them it's boys night out. That kind of stuff. So people don't know it's a journey. It's a journey. You have to make up your mind and be like, damn, y'all could go ahead, man. I'm gonna stay home with wife because she got the baby. I have some friend who will tell you about, brother, one baby you don't have. Just come out, feel like a bit, man. Don't do it. Don't do it because she will resent you, especially if you do it too much. So, me and my aging issues. Boy, life ain't all it's cracked up to be, is it? But it's still beautiful because even with my back hurting, I'm still happy to be alive and I still feel healthy and all that, and I still give thanks. See, you have to be careful when you throw your kids up to the go have that fun too. Yes, yes. Not only that, come on, it's priority. You have to prioritize. You have to prioritize. Do your kids come before clubbing? You know, some people are single and raising children by themselves because their partner is gone or whatever. Do you fling the picnic on a babysitter and go? This is our thing. I don't want my kids staying with anybody for extended periods of time when they're too young to say what actually happened to them. Sometimes you leave your kids, and this is a good one to segue into what we really came to talk about and more upon that. So we don't want our kids being with anybody for an extended period of time when they're too young to speak in sentences and explain what happened to them. Sometimes people leave them kids with some people who they trust, and when you come back because the picnic so young, you see me at them, I said the picnic I look for you. Because the kid is traumatized. The kid done went through some stuff that you don't know about. And that kid's trying to figure out what the black, my mom don't touch me like that. My daddy don't. What was that? What happened to me just now? And y'all talk about, come, it's Friday, you're going to Miss Joyce for a couple of hours because we have date night. The poor kid is like, from them here, Miss Joyce again, and remember the kid can't speak properly. So I want our children to be able to say, hey, you left me at Miss Joyce, Dad, she touched me right here. And she did this. She slapped me in the back of my head. Until they can do that, articulate and explain what happened to them and whatever, they stay in a fewy eyesight. So yeah, date night and all that, we have to improvise. If we're gonna do date night, it's date night on the couch. Late night, date night on the couch. That's after house clean up, picnic on our bed, everything like that. We'll scratch off a little hour or two for ourselves, right? Get romantic on them thing there and then hold each other and talk, whisper in the dark, them kind of something there. Bond and fall asleep together and something like that. That's date night now. It can't be going out to no club. It can't be leaving the babies with no babysitter. It can't be none of that. Date night on the couch on Netflix. Yes, babe. And them kind of something there. So here we go. That should lead us into the whole thing. I don't know if you are up to date with this, but the story I want to cover really quickly though. Oh, just an update. Buju Banton's daughter is still not safe. Not safe as in she said that when she feels safe, she would go to the police. And she hasn't been to the police. They asked her attorney, if you are you aware if your client went presented herself to the police yet, so they can visually look at her and say you're okay. The lawyer says I have no idea about none of that. So she's still where she's at, and we're still looking. Someone was still curious because she said she was okay from behind the scenes. And like I said before, highly unlikely, but anybody could have grabbed her phone and been texting out message. So she's been missing for quite a while. Even though she says she's not missing, she's missing. According to the law, she's missing. And she's still on the missing persons list until she visibly show up and let them see her. Okay, you're fine. Nobody never kick off your head. You're not dead somewhere, missing nothing. That's all they want to do is verify that. I don't know if you're aware of the story where the 9-year-old girl was found after she was kidnapped on camera. All right. But right after that 9-year-old was found, a 13-year-old went missing from the same area while they were chasing this man on his trail hot, or they thought they were on his trail hot. I think that Davian Bryan, his name is 45-year-old Davian Bryan. I think he has a death wish, and I think this is going to end with him not going to prison. Either them are going jungle justice him because them catch him first, and now a whole lot more people are on his trail than were before because the thing get publicity, you see. So all the man them who been waiting to chop up something or to shoot down something, they looking for him. So it's not only police looking for him. And this time, me not complain, I'm not saying nothing. Catch him where y'all catch him. See, the 13-year-old that's missing is thought to be. Now you could think about the brazenness of this individual. You just took a 9-year-old, did all manner of whatever you did. She was missing for almost 2 complete days, right? As they're on your trail, you double back, send them that way. Because I heard people talking, and the people that were searching, including the search party, said, yeah, we saw the trail where he went. And I said to my brother, I said, yes, I saw him going up. So we had to find him. So we went through there. When they went through there, they found the girl. They didn't find him. I think he set them up, sent them in a different direction. I think this guy calculated what it is he was doing or going to do. He probably has, and I hope some JCF officials are listening. He probably has. Original Explorer says, I'm surprised he's still alive right now. I'm surprised too, but listen, he probably has multiple places already made up in the woods, different makeshift spots. Trapal and Trop, you know, you can sleep there for a couple of nights, hide under there. So I think he has that already, and him have this plan out already. That is why he's not just doing this on run and rip. Well, right after the 13-year-old goes missing, you know, the community ain't happy because they're convinced that he's the one that did it. Some people are saying, I don't think it's him. I think she probably run away. Others are saying, no, it's too convenient. Right when that happened, right when they find the other one, this one goes missing. The story behind that is mommy asks the 2 daughters. I heard the sister speak on the Star. Mommy asked the 2 daughters, Makai. Mommy asked the 2 daughters to go feed the pig them. They went to go feed the pigs. One sister never came back, and 1 pig missing with the sister. Now, if you're kidnapping, I don't think you have time to kidnap a pig, because you know a pig not go so easy. You have time to kidnap the girl, take her away, and a pig at the same time. And where was the other sister when that was happening? If both of them were supposed to go feed the pig, I don't know. But that's the backstory behind that. And she was missing while he was supposed to be in the area somewhere. They were looking for him. So I'm thinking, if he scooped up that 13-year-old, then why pray for her, God help her, because it's been a couple of days now and no sight of him, sight, sound, smell, nothing. He disappeared into thin air. Helicopter, dogs on the ground, many people on the ground. Commissioner of Police says they had about 450 people out there. Like everybody in the community came out, to include law enforcement officials. You had about 450 people searching, and that's how they found the 9-year-old. Them are gonna need that strength there plus more to find this money again. But the thing about this is, be careful what you do in life, man, because especially in Jamaica, can't catch Quaco, catch him shot. The people are ready for a different kind of justice, if you know what I mean. His house was set on fire. His house was set on fire. Cockpit country he at, Listen, his house was set on fire. His family is scared. His family has now gone to the media, and his family is saying, Davian Bryan's family is saying that they are in danger and they're thinking about fleeing because the people them set the house on fire, burn it down. Meaning, don't come back. You don't have no home to come back to in this community, and we don't even want your people around here. We don't care who living in the house. Everybody go. Because at some level, somebody was complicit to what he was doing. Him get locked up. I hear says a woman bail him out. Remember when I talk about women being complicit to the foolishness that men are keeping up out here? I hear a woman bail him out, and I hear he was staying with women. So somebody is safeguarding him. This is my baby. I love you. You can do no wrong. Well, the community is tired of it. See, I think he have another person with him. Has to be. Has to be. And that's what everybody is kind of drawing. Shamar Jackson is saying it. Misha White is saying it. There are quite a few people are saying that. They're saying that he can't be doing all this by himself. Somebody else is working with him. Boy, it don't look good. But let's run through quickly because we've been here for a while. I said, and this ain't the first rodeo. This is not the first time we've seen this kind of stuff happen. That one here just more dramatic, as I said in the video yesterday. Out on bail needs to change in Jamaica. Somebody thought I was lying yesterday. Now, SouFlo, I gotta go look it up myself. You lying? Out on bail for murder? Yes, a typical thing in Jamaica. Out on bail for murder. And what ends up happening is those cases don't go to court till years down the road. Give this man all the time to be in the community. Get rid of his witnesses or those who are willing to testify against you. Intimidate them enough for them to change their story or for them to flee. Go and look. The records are there. Why was this person not prosecuted? Lack of witness. Lack of witness, the witness gone. Witness take with themselves. Witness intimidated and changed story. All that. This man is he's a product of that. He was out on bail for something he should have been in prison for, or hold him until you go to trial, at least, out on bail. Man shoot up place, out on bail, and you have to report to this police station every day. Why? That's a part of the law that needs to change. They still don't have a national DNA database in Jamaica. So you have people ripping and running, grabbing kids and going off into the woods, into their little makeshift hotel rooms, and there's no national DNA database. These people and this man, Davian Bryan, this isn't new to them. They've done this before. There are other victims out there. Some of them not speaking up. I guarantee you somebody seen him and said, oh my God, him did do that to me, blah, blah, blah. And they're afraid to come forward. Not to mention, another subscriber said, SouFlo, we really have to change the narrative where the blame is shift. Shift the blame from the victim being blamed to the perpetrator being blamed, because they need way more cameras. Yes, babe. Because that's the hostile environment that has been created. You see? So the cameras, no national DNA database established. Still, the cameras, as you can see, it's the reason why they found the 9-year-old so quickly, because a camera corroborated a story with a woman that he attacked earlier, and he was seen on camera with the little girl leaving. So they knew right away she didn't go to no friend yard. She didn't run away from a beating and go hide around a bush. She is kidnapped. So we need to start scouring the bushes. We need to look here and there. The cameras led that to happen so quickly. So we need more of them. It's that simple. See, National Online Sex Offenders Registry. I don't think Jamaica has a National Online Sex Offenders Registry. And I'm not surprised. A lot of countries don't have it. But I mean, come on now. We work closely with America and China and Europe. These are technologically advanced countries. You can't have your friends just building hotel. You know, so every big investment is another hotel, another $1 billion something dollar, 20 something billion dollar hotel complex. And come on, use some of that to shore up the safety of the place. Then you can build all the hotels you want to build. We need a national DNA database. We need an online sex offenders registry. For those of you who don't know what an online sex offenders registry is, it is where you are able to go online, type in your address, pull in sex offenders registry, type in your address, and then hit the button. Bam! The button says, look for sex offenders in my area, or convicted sex offenders in my area. You do that right now in Florida where I'm at. The person's face comes up, the address comes up, and the offense comes up. So you know right away, I can go 4 or 5 houses down, check if it's the address for real, drive by, compare the picture. Yep, that's him. He just moved into the neighborhood. All right, because them have to live somewhere after them done to them prison time. And although they are registered and they have to check in on a regular basis, all that I don't think Jamaica have. Man rape a man, go to prison, get short time, come out, just run off in that neighborhood. And he's all over the place again. You know, with his same urges, doing the same things. All he learned how to do is to be more slick at what he does. Makai, come, I'm going to take you to mommy. What do you need? What do you need, Pop? This is Kai in the morning. So, cameras everywhere. CCTV cameras everywhere. And community watch groups. The people in the communities will have to start coming together. You know, when I was growing up in Jamaica, we actually had a community watch group from back in them time there. That's back when we used to care about each other. The church had the community's back. Wait, let me go take Kai over there, please, real quick. I'll be right back. Come. Yes. Here. All right, I'm back. I had to take Kai to his mommy. So, community watch groups. We're going to have to start organizing community watch groups. The church that I went to had community watch group in it. All it is church members, the men in the church got together, and some of the women too got together, and they were like, listen, you keep watch on this at ends, that the ends, whatever. People come in and out of our community. We know everybody. We check everybody. It's one way in, one way out kind of thing. They don't do all that no more. Everybody is left on their own now. So the people are fending for themselves. See? But they're going to have to come together. And now that we have technology on our side, because when I was growing up, I come from the era where brick phone, remember the big phone them? So technology wasn't that nice back then. Now you could put up cameras everywhere in your community. Don't need government to do it. It's their responsibility to make sure the streets are safe, but when they're not looking out for you, you're going to have to look out for yourself. How many times are we going to keep repeating these things, and talking about government? Government not do nothing. So the people are going to have to start doing something. You understand? So I give my solutions. I don't only talk about the problem. We give solutions, because all this was brainstormed with a SouFLoTV audience. For those of you who've been around long enough, you know that we did this one live where I asked everybody to write out a comprehensive, a realistic solution to certain situations. And we came up with all these. And we attacked them from every angle to see if they were really doable. The ones that weren't doable on the list, we crossed them off. We made a fresh list, all doable, all realistic, sent them to the Prime Minister. I went over there, tried to talk to him. Of course, we're ignored because we don't have that backing. We don't have that name. We're not that person they want to speak to, I guess. See, sent it multiple times. That's why I was telling my audience, like, when I say send these things to certain person, I want to see y'all send them in the hundreds. If you bombard them, they'll pay attention. If I'm the only one that's sending it, little annoying boy, in a me, block him now, please block him. That's how they do, and then block me, and then I haven't been blocked by him though, but I've never received a response, even though I've sent it many times. And these are the solutions that I was talking about. All right, they will come knocking, remittance, run JA up. Me know. We did that in my community years ago, and there was a suspicious car driving around at night once, and everyone called each other. So we were all notified and eventually found out who it was. Yes, Chesapeake. That's how it used to be. But the people don't do that anymore. And they need to get back to that. You have outlined this in several of your videos. Thank you, Giovanni. And I've been saying that, like, we've been doing this, the same cry we've been crying for years now. We just want to see some changes. But yeah, they set this man's house on fire, meaning the community is like, you have no more house to come here to. We want you out. And I honestly think this is going to end with him being dead because he's not going to prison. He's not going to prison. And if he does go to prison, he should never be allowed on the streets again, ever. Jamaica doesn't have the death penalty anymore, but that would be fitting for somebody like him. However, you know, Jamaica is the land of heinous crime, gets short time. In this case, this crazy man, this is somebody that is totally not able to function amongst regular people, normal people, law-abiding, tax-paying citizens. So he needs to go and he needs to stay gone. One more thing though, I'm gonna leave you to think about this. There are lots of him running around in Jamaica. We go on excited because camera catch one. There are lots of him running around in Jamaica. Remember me tell you that. So Jamaica has the death penalty still. The DDP said Jamaica has the death penalty still, but they're not executing anybody. They're not using it. They're saying that it's inhumane, or their neighbors and their allies are saying that it's inhumane. So your neighbors and so-called allies are going to watch your country get overran by certain types of people and tell you with all good intentions to take the death penalty off the table. They've even come with the argument that the death penalty don't solve anything. It has never been proven to lower crime. Lies y'all telling. Because I remember back in the day when they had it, man did afraid to get them neck broke. They had public flogging in Jamaica. I wasn't born them time there, but I heard about it from those who came before me. And they would beat them and bust up them skin, bust up them back with the cat o' nine whip. And people were afraid of that. So they really didn't. That is why the things that are happening now were not happening back then like how it's happening now. Now they what? They go to prison and meet up the rest of their brethren. Yo, my charge you, and so you're there a long time. I don't see you, no brother. But think you did fly out or gone a foreign. Nah, dog, them give me 4 years in there, so me I rub off my little time, you see me? But in the meantime, we I lock his place in there, see? It's just a party. No deterrent anymore. Nobody is getting flogged. Nobody has hanging to look forward to. Nothing. Of course, things are going to get worse. Create a deterrent. You'll get your neck broke for sure. Watch and see how many people change their mind. Watch and see how much ackee vendor, banana vendor, fruits vendors, and all kind of vendors out there. Them talk about job and them can't find job now. When the punishment for what you're doing is that you get your neck broke, they will start to think of other ways. I see one story come out of Jamaica. Couple of people got arrested gunman, guns found, and a 17-year-old hitman. A 17-year-old hitman. 17. He's doing killings for money. Make up his mind. So this is what I'm going to do. Murder people and collecting money. And he botched one of the hits, and it led to him, and they caught him. 17. And guess what? Enough of him down there. Yeah, the cameras really help. The death penalty really helps. There's a couple of things that really helps. Community organization really helps. Obviously, without the community, they would have never found that 9-year-old girl. It's because 400 odd people fun out all over the place. This man had to run. And I think he probably would have killed that 9-year-old girl too. But because they were hot on his trail and he had to like, oh, hurry up and move, you know, and stash her somewhere and ran. When they found her, everybody's attention diverted to where she was, which left him out and about to run again. So him just run on do, grab an next 13-year-old and run with she now. Crazy. Crazy. We need lots of cameras. All right? Be a rapper man there, Jamaica. Fam, Jubu, listen up. I had this discussion how deep this is entrenched, how deep this is interwoven into our culture. And I said it like that. I may have people that tell me about SouFLo tap your buckle nice about in our culture. That is not our culture. Jeez. I never said it was our culture. I said it was interwoven deeply into our culture. Hold on tech, force panar, and them something that is deep in our culture. See? It's interwoven deeply into our culture. Oh boy. But with that said, I look forward to them catching him, dead or alive. I prefer the latter, but hey, let him come stand justice and let me see what the court system are gonna do anyway. Because I know he won't last long behind. Well, although I shouldn't even say that. Because the whole of them go behind the walls. Yo, can't we burn rape a boy around here, chop off rape a boy head around here. And then when him land in a prison, Uno and him a friend. Right? They kill them in there, and they're in there with him as a friend. And him there on cell block 9 at the party and these kind of things. They don't look at him like, it's not like one time where you know that somebody like that, you dead for sure. You are dead for sure. Jamaica changed. Jamaica changed. There are certain things you could not get away with before. Me not have to ask nobody. I lived through them times. There's certain things you missing man have to take with himself before, like run like track star out of there, tear down bush so banana walk, leave a trail of torn banana leaves when them have to leave because of certain things they did. I don't know if some of y'all come from that era. Our grandma did have to say, why thief? You're not making it out that community. You know, them times that them things that gone, and those are the things we need to get back to. BET change it. Why and a BET alone, but you know, foreign TV coming in and influence and all these other things, plus more Jamaicans travel overseas now than ever before. So they bring back foreign culture, and you know, everybody is like, accept it, accept it, accept it, and we accept and accept and accept till we end up accepting shit. And then we find ourselves with first world problems, the same problems that everybody else out there had that we never had before, because we have diluted our culture. We've changed. We've morphed into what the new Jamaica is. The culture is not the same. The culture is not the same. Certain things couldn't go on. Mr. Man turn up and look for a little girl pick me, and other big man that are with them. I talk about the one there, Macaroni. That's it couldn't go on before. If that was in your meds, you did have to hold that. As a big man, you couldn't open and broad out in a daylight. I look on little schoolers in a uniform. Like all they were doing it back then. But it's not like now. Now man walk down the road with them 16-year-old woman. And the community look the other way. Well, I guess a big man she love. And then the law that disgusts me is that 16 is the age of consent. 16. You know what you're saying to a 16-year-old? When you say, yeah, man, you reach 16 now, age of consent. You're saying to a 16-year-old, especially a girl, you're saying to a boy, it's time for you. You can't go make picnic now. You're saying to a girl, you could be a mother now. You can't go take man now. That's what you're doing. You're saying to these kids that, listen, you don't have no trade, skill, anything to earn you money. You definitely don't have a degree in anything, right? You don't have no roof to put over your head that you own. You don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it through, but you're ready. You're ready for grown people things. That's the message that's being sent. Age of consent is 16. That's a big, that alone. And I see them. I see the little girl them with the big man them. And everybody see them too. But they're Jamaica multiple times for the year. Me see it. And I just see it and just like, yeah, look past that, look uncomfortable, that look weird. But the people that walk past like it's nothing. Like it's okay, it's normal. They've been given a law like that to do that. This Dr. Boy have been doing this for a while. Wickedness for burn. Yeah, man, you could tell he's very well experienced in what he's doing. All it is now is that he's in overdrive now. I think he's in overdrive now because he wants to go out with a bang. He wants to go out with a bang. He knows his days are numbered. He knows his end is coming. Yo, and if them hold him enough, listen to me. If no more, don't worry about police. You see if the people them hold him, he's done. He's not making it in. Me now ask me, I tell you, he's not making it in. I think he don't want police to hold him. So he probably have a gun and these things, but a knife, me see him moving with. I don't want him to get hold like that. But we'll see how it goes, because I'll stay on top of that one, right? Here it's 18. If she's 16, the partner can only be 2 years difference, no more. Okay, so check it. The thing about being 18, say for instance in the US, you know I said don't put your kids out at 18 because 18 still has teen in it. They're an older teen, but they're still a teenager. 18, you're trying to figure out, so you don't even know yourself at 18. All you know is you're getting closer to adulthood. You're getting closer to the point where the word teen is no longer on your age. You don't know nothing else. 18 is baby. Is a baby. See? But in the United States of America, 18, you have a lot of kids who are able to live like adults. For instance, went to school here. I saw friends who took up a trade because that was offered in high school. So then took up a trade at 16. It's a 2-year trade thing. So they went to regular high school half of the day. Some of y'all probably still have that. They went to regular high school half of the day. The other half of the day, you've already decided at 16, I'm going to be a carpenter. I'm going to build furnitures. Or you've already decided I'm going to be an auto mechanic. I just need to get my certification. It's a 2-year course. So half of the day you went to, this is your senior year or your last 2 years of high school. I have brethren that one was in graphic design, and he now owns a shop in Miami, which he's been had since we got out of school and did all that. And we went on to other things. He went right into what it is he went to that trade school for. That's different. When you tell them, say you're 18, you could do this, they have things. A lot of us started working early and had been saving and help mommy pay the bills. If you come from single parent family or you've been saving your money and your parents been teaching you about credit and how to save, and they make you spend some money so you understand, okay, my paycheck says $250, but I got to give $100 towards the light bill. Damn, I'm only left with $150. So they wanted to teach us that lesson from early, right? Can't get the shoes that you always wanted to get still, even though you're working all the time and going to school, because now you have to help pay for this and you have to go buy that and you need some of this and that. And so you understand. That's not how it is in Jamaica. That's not how it is in Jamaica. So they don't have that luxury. Therefore, they are not prepared at 16 to meet the world. There's 16-year-olds here who drive better car than most Jamaicans who own cars. I can just drive by the high school and show you. And the area that I live in, for those of you who live in Palm Bay, Melbourne area, I'm talking about Melbourne High School. You see the kids from Beachside. You see when you go over there and you see the Jeeps on big wheels, and you see the SUVs, and you see the BMW convertibles. A high school, them man, high school. A lot of them are high school seniors. They've been working since they were 14 and 15. By the time they're 18, they could afford a nice car. Mommy never charged them nothing to live in the house. They've been saving their money. So when the parent says at 18 you gotta go, they're like, hell, I have a $10,000 saved up. It's only $1,000 deposit to get into my apartment. Month rent is $650, $750, and I've been working at the same job forever. I'm gonna leave that job now and go off to college. But in the meantime, I'll still keep working at the same place. If I'm working at Dunkin' Donuts, I'll just transfer to another Dunkin' Donuts that's close to my college that I'm going to be going to, and them gone off into the world. We don't have that. So encouraging children to be legitly, age of consent is 16. Consent to what? Consent to destruction, brethren. Rent much higher now, darling Walter Riley. You're absolutely true, right? But you can find, when you're young that age, you're not thinking the same way as grown people think. You're not thinking, damn, it's a bad neighborhood or anything. My people live around here. My friends live around here. So we all gonna live in the same neighborhood, same apartment building. Them not care if gunshot bust out the door. We know who firing the shots. We good. Like that. So them go into the low income communities and they get their little $450 a month apartment and pay it, and they're good. And then make inside of them apartment look nice because they have a job and they know people in the community and they're good. It's a different vibe. It's not Jamaica. See? It's not Jamaica. So encouraging them to do all that at 16, no, don't work. We went off on one, but I really want to talk about, no, we're going to close with this one. The cult thing. Boy, Jamaica is a strange place again. I thought we had freedom of religion in Jamaica. Don't we? Who here is versed in the Constitution of Jamaica? Do we have freedom of religion there? I mean, we can just Google it real quick. How old was Joseph when he met Mary? How old was she when she was carrying Christ? Not a well, I don't know where y'all go with that. I don't know where y'all go with that. Somebody want me to discuss bounty. I don't know why. Let me ask y'all something about bounty killer. When did this happen? Now, I know somebody is going to say, it doesn't matter when it happened, SouFlo. It doesn't matter when it happened. The point is that he did it. When did this happen? Long time ago, right? Did he take care of his child? Did he raise his child? Did this woman, or this, at the time, allegedly 15-year-old that got pregnant, did she bring the baby? Because I'm sure if she threw away the baby, nobody would have known about it. So obviously she brought the baby, right? I think I saw a birth certificate and all these things. So I see it enough, but I don't really want to talk about it because I think it's pointless. It's pointless. What is it gonna do to talk about that? So long ago. What is it gonna do to talk about it now? How is it gonna change anything that's happening now? How is it gonna change anything that's happening now? The person who asked me to talk about it is the person I want to bring into the forefront. This man up here talk about how old was Mary when she was, yeah, you go and go try that. Mr. Vegas over bounty. Yeah. That. So nobody is able to answer. Like, what good is that going to do talking about that now? It happened a while ago. Whoever exposed it now should have exposed it back then. They obviously knew back then. There's laws. There are laws. that govern certain things. Some of these laws have limitations, right? There's no limitation to the time when you could be charged for murder. If you did a murder 50 years ago and they find out today, and all evidence leads to you today, and they could prove it today, you will be going to prison today for a murder you did 50 years ago. See? There are other crimes that have a time period, then it expires. So complaining after that time period, nothing is going to come of it. All right. This cult thing. I don't know, here's a 3 people dead last night. So wifey sent me the story. Let me pull it up real quick. Let me show you what the lady looked like. And this is taken from the Gleaner, so shout out to the Gleaner. It says a woman with a baby in hand walks past the Jamaica Defense Forces vehicle outside the Pathways International Kingdom Restoration of Montego Bay, St. James. And shout out to Ashley. This is her photo working for the Gleaner. So it's nighttime. She came out, hands up with the baby. And the story went like this. It says that a member of the Pathway International, now we've heard of these people before and we saw videos of them before. And there's something else, like the girl that made it to the front page of the Star recently, who said that she's quitting law school to go do God's work. Apparently, she is from Odessa, right? Because a lot of people were saying, well, why are you quitting law school to do God's work? Can't you do God's work and do law at the same time? You know, she's from over there. But anyway, a member of the Pathway International Restoration of Montego Bay, that's their name, was shot dead by the St. James police during a bizarre incident on Sunday evening. Now remember, Sunday is a no movement day in Jamaica. First of all, if you're moving on no movement day on government property, which is out a road, you're going to have problems. 2 other people have also been confirmed dead this morning. The head of the St. James Police Division, Vernon Ellis, reported that members of the group, said to be a cult. Now, I don't know what qualifies you as a cult versus a religion, but they're classifying them as a cult. They were meeting when some were stabbed by other members. They were having a meeting, according to, they were having a meeting, and some of the members them started fighting with other members, and then in there stab up each other. The police were called, and on arrival, the police were fired up on by suspects, and other members were attacking the cops while the cops were coming under gunfire. This happened last night in Jamaica. Ellis said that the police returned fire, and the suspect who was firing at them was killed. A pistol and several rounds of ammunition was taken off of him, or was found. The Independent Commission of Investigation is probing the matter, and in the meantime, the police have detained almost 40 people who were meeting at the Norwood Avenue building in Paradise at the time of the incident. So them will have big meeting, 40 deep, on a no movement day. I'm not even talking about their religion or their cult yet, or whatever they are yet. I'm going to get to that. Something doesn't seem right. But they're meeting 40 deep on a no movement day. The congregation was all dressed in white, and they were taken away in the JDF trucks. One woman was spotted leaving the building, had her hand raised to the heavens, and the other hand clutching a child or a toddler, is what I just showed you. Neighbors told the Gleaner that around 7 p.m., they heard heavy gunfire, and then they heard the screams of the members. And that is where the story stops, which is pretty weird. That story here needs more, and I'm going to be digging for more. Jubu says, I had 10 female friends in Jamaica. 8 of them got raped and didn't ever made a report. because the police were known to be associated with the men. And I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. I actually did a show here, and the amount of people that called in to talk about what happened to them growing up in Jamaica, it was actually really disturbing. I would say out of every 10 phone calls, 9 of them were giving the same kind of story. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to this thing though. That's why I say it's deeply entrenched in our culture. And people, oh yeah, try to make Jamaica look bad and all these things. I'm not trying to make Jamaica look bad. I'm talking about an uncomfortable topic that needs to be discussed. Anyhow, this whole cult thing, we've heard about these people before. 20 people shot in church in Mobay. Where you get the headline there from? Snitcher Chimp. Where did you get that headline from? Because the full story out of the Gleaner this morning is saying 3 people are now dead. 1 person was shot. I'm thinking the other 2 dead from stabbings because they were in there stabbing up each other. Then they called the police. The man said 20 people in our church shot. I think you're more talking about the 17 missionaries in Haiti that were kidnapped yesterday also. He's probably crossing, and probably I cross up him story them because them kidnapped 17 missionaries in Haiti. One of them is a Canadian, and I covered that story yesterday. Citizen Report. We don't know about that. We don't know about that. We're gonna have to vet that because I don't know who Citizen Report is. So we're gonna have to vet that. All right. Some people put out crazy headlines for views, but the thing about that is once people come and they find out that you're lying, they don't come back or they taper off to never coming back. So shout out to the people who are doing this vlogging thing. Some of them are asking me, SouFlo, give me some pointers. I'm gonna give you one pointer like this. Stay true. Stay true. People will respect you more and they'll return if they know that you are a reliable source. If all I get is lies when I come to you and you sensationalize the story, I'm not coming back. And even if I come back, it'll probably be 1 and 2 times till I realize that this is all you do. So I definitely won't never come back. And I will unfollow, right? So stay true. That's all I'm going to say on that. Now, they've made after this, don't want to call it people them cult. But now in the comment sections, you will see that Jamaica is a hostile environment for these people. That's why I asked, does Jamaica have freedom of religion? Do we have freedom of religion in Jamaica? Because if we do, then who says what a cult is versus what a religion is? And as far as I know about these people, they have their own land and they have a building, a compound on their land. But you know how Jamaica is. If you're not saying Christian, if you're not Seventh-day Adventist, some denomination of Christianity, you better be powerful like Jewish community or any established religion. You good to go. Ask the Rasta them get a whole heap of fight and they still get fight. But they weren't classified, they were classified as a cult for a long time, the Rastas. And now you will hear people say that's their religion. So at what point do we go from cult to religion? Because Rasta was a cult. They used to kick with Rasta foot, chop off them locks. Many Rastas had to run to the hills and hide and these kind of things. Y'all heard about the massacres and so on and so forth throughout our history in Jamaica, the persecution that Rastas faced. It's real, it happened. And now it's their religion. Bob Marley is the face of his song One Love. is the welcome to Jamaica and feel all right, man, and all that. Muslims are moving in. I was in Jamaica and I saw a group of Muslim brothers. I thought I was in the Middle East for a second. Like the full dress up garms, long all the way down, the kufi on, you know, and the beads, prayer beads around their neck and all that, walking with the Quran. And they look like the ones in New York that gather and talk to the people on the side of the road and stuff. And I was like, wow, they're here too. So, but they've been after these people for a while. But the comment section of these Jamaicans, though, is what killed me. Because Jamaican people are saying stuff like, yes, kill off the whole of them over there. Somebody else says, oh, so that's where all the missing kids are going. And that's where all the kidnapped victims are. They better be careful. They better be careful. Another person left a comment that said, they have decided over there that nobody on the compound is going to be taking the so they are now enemy of the state. And not only that, they're preaching out in the streets to Jamaican citizens something that is contrary to what the government of Jamaica is pushing, that agenda right now. So they are known as enemies of the state. And because of that is why they're going for them. They're not telling you the full story. Nobody wasn't stabbing up nobody over there. I know the leader of that group or that cult, if they want to call them that. And that's not what the story is. So there's another part to the story. You see it. Pisa Studios says Jim Jones thing a go on. That's how they're being looked at. That's how they're being looked at. But I never heard any problems from over there before. People make accusations. People say that the older men are sleeping with the younger females over there, and some of them are probably not at age of consent yet. People are saying all kinds of things, but they're not inside the compound, so they're not giving realistically accurate information is what I want. If they're able to prove that, then I'm all against them. But if it's all lies, just because they don't understand the people, there are family members in the past who have gathered outside of those gates trying to get their family member back. The cult thief him and take him and gone with him. Him head not the same. Him not talk the same no more. Him this, him that, them brainwash him. I don't know if y'all seen the videos before. I think we covered this like 2 years ago. All the media houses were out by their gate. It's not new. They've been there. But I'm wondering why this now? If the story is true, as reported, I point out all the wrongs they were doing already. You're holding meeting on a no movement day. 40 plus people. You're already wrong. I went to Jamaica recently and I didn't move on a no movement day. Even though I had family members who were there that told me that you could have moved on no movement day because all you had to do was show them your travel papers and let them know that you came in. I said, what, really? So visitors can move on no movement day, but the citizens have to stand still? I felt like being a citizen because I wanted to experience what the citizens experience. I didn't want to go there and be like, Chuck, no movement day, and I was everywhere. And next time I go, them set for me. See, boy, there. Have people I feel like say them get special treatment. Drip them up. So I stayed still on a no movement day. I obeyed the law. I wanted to feel what it feels like. Don't move because you're told not to move. I think it's a reform Henry Israelite group. Really never knew that. I don't know what they're. I covered their stuff in depth years ago. I would have to go back and look them up again. I'm not remember about them. All I remember is they dress in white. The women are covered up. No skin out now going over there. No They don't encourage certain things. They carry themselves a certain way, but they are not of the Christian cloth. And in Jamaica, if you are not of the Christian cloth, then you're going to run into some problems. When you start to assemble and worship and organize, the powers that be is going to be like, well, who are you? And you just here buying up land, building buildings, gathering up people. Who you? You're not from the Latter-day Saints of Christ. You're not from the Moravian Firstborn. You're not from Holy Ministry Seventh Day Adventist. You're not even come from Bobo Hill. Who are you? And I think that is what they're going through in Jamaica. Them organized under Christ cloth. Omega, bro. They are the Rockadoosh. Jesus Christ. I don't know if y'all watched it, but babe, their wife here said they are the Rockadooshis. If that's the case, we're in serious problem. I don't know if y'all watch that. I went showing them, babe. They're not Jehovah's Witness. I forgot. I don't know what the show name is. My wife would have to type it in here. But it's a series that's on Netflix, I think it is, or Hulu. I don't think they're Hebrew Israelites. I don't think they're Hebrew Israelites. You know, if they were Hebrew Israelites, the Hebrews would have came out for them. And we have Hebrew Israelites. And yo, you ever talked to a Jamaican Hebrew Israelite yet? Yo, the one them that's deep in it. A beer fire bun. What a beer fire bun. I tried to talk to one time. I'm here, brother. Where's your beard? Where's your beard? Because y'all know sometimes I shave clean. See, that's just me and my life. And me like to live like that. Sometimes when I go in a clinical setting, it's easier to move around like that. I got my scrubs on, my face is shaved clean, my head is shaved clean. I got a low fade. I'm, fitting in like a chameleon, moving through circles to get to my goals. And I run into one of them and decide to have a deep conversation. And the first thing is, brother, where's your beard at? I say I shaved my beard because, work situation. He was like, well, a man who removes his beard is being overcome by the spirit of homosexuality. And yes, brother, hold on. Let me speak so you understand why you removed your beard. I'm like, nigga, I just told you I removed my beard because of work. What? Why we got a Batman thing about homosexuality? How did we get there? Yeah, see, you removed your beard to appear more feminine, or you might be being overtaken by the pedophilia spirit. Because another reason a man removes his beard is that so he can appear to be younger or less intimidating, so he can. So now we gone from Batman to pedophile to just it. Listen now, I'm done with all this. I don't think I want to be Hebrew Israelite no more. I'm gone. I'm cut. They're deep. They're deep panda stuff there, and I see them in Jamaica. They are there, right? So shout out to House of Israel and my Israelite brothers. Nothing but love and respect, brothers and sisters. Nothing but love and respect. But I just find some of the doctrine a bit weird. Like when they tell me that you're not African, and you're not connected to Africans. The Africans you see coming off the mainland of Africa has no connection to you. You've been tricked. You've been bamboozled, hoodwinked, all that stuff that Malcolm X said. You've been tricked into thinking that you're connected to them and you're not. Just so they can get you to give up your indigenous land, which is the USA and the Americas, the continent of the Americas. You've always been here. You were here from beginning. I know that. But we were also there too. Why we can't exist in multiple places over time in history? No, that's what they want you to think. That's the confusion. Those are your enemies. Let me break it down for you. I always want to break something down for you. The minute they the minute they started separating me from Africa and telling me that me and other black people are not the same, but I'm looking at these people and they look just like me, we have a problem. We have we have a problem. I can't carry on this conversation. Israelites lived in Africa and Moses was a Jew. Boy, I can't carry that conversation on. I shaved my beard because the homosexual spirit has overtaken me, or maybe it's because I'm appearing to be younger to young people because I'm really a pedophile on the low and are what? And then, how does your wife dress? Is she a modest woman? Is she a where are we going with this? Oh, you like whores and harlots. You're probably married to one. How does your wife dress? Not just answer me, brother. How does she dress? Just explain to me how she dresses. What? Y'all should really go have a conversation with them. Exactly. A lot of Jamaicans like to say they're not African. I'm glad that you're wise. The only way you could say you're not African, especially if you are Jamaican, and it is true because I have called some Jamaican African before, and oh, we are called African. Move your for around there, so well, believe it or not, but majority of Jamaicans that I've ran into in life understands the angles. Yes, babe, you would have been a harlot. You're a harlot in the eyes of the Hebrew Israelites. You are a harlot. You need to come in from Yahshua is a Nazarite. Nazarites don't or should not allow a razor to touch their head. It didn't say their head. The scripture says the corners off their beard. The corners off. So that would mean when you get a sharp line up like this and you corner up your beard, son, so which I've seen Buju Banton do, I've seen Jackie do it, I've seen. We live in an age now where we see Rastaman with earrings and all these things, and it never used to happen before. But people are realizing that you there are all these different things, and you take some from here and you take some from there, and you build what's comfortable for you to go through life with. Not true? Not come here and be strict to follow one order, but you can't tell them that because Joshua is going to strike you down, and you are a weak link. Man, they be popping up over Barbados, but there are a bunch of deportees that found God in prison. So Leo Fire, just like the Muslim ones, and they're in Jamaica as well. I was surprised to see them in regular communities, just walking around, just like how I've seen them walk around in the US or in the Middle East. African warriors wear earrings still. Exactly, Piazza Studios. Exactly. And have piercings and have tattoos and all kind of something. So it's I can't subscribe. But that group in Jamaica, they've been after them for a while because the government doesn't understand what's happening inside the confines of their compound. A lot of citizens have been complaining that their daughter or their auntie or their favorite sister or their brother have been, they went over there and they disappeared. Haven't seen my son since God knows when. And then did upper UE study law. I know him just catch up in another place, then drop out of school. I want to know what's going on. And based on that, I've seen the JCF go there. Now, your son or daughter or whatever, they're not minors, right? What I'm trying to get to is this. Are they trampling on these people's rights? Is what I'm trying to get to. Because if they have freedom of religion, which the US Constitution allows, if they have freedom of religion, then they should be able to gather. They should be able to, still observe the no movement. I encourage nobody, but they should be able to gather. They should be able to worship in the way they see fit. They should be able to, as long as they're not harming others or innocent people are breaking laws then, right? SouFLo, them block cat video to backside. Y'all got me confused now. Them block cat video. Poochie Lord, what you talk about? Yeah, so I think I don't know enough. But if they do have freedom of religion, they might be trampling on these people's law. They might be persecuting them. Now, with that said, if they're meeting on a no movement day, they're breaking the law in Jamaica. And they should get whatever them get. That's all. There's another one, Chief Curry. Chief Curry, the girl them curry basket. You know, the girl them love Chief Curry. Say, oh, he's so fine. All this. So Chief Curry lock off a dance in a compound. That's Chief Curry. He is the leader of the Maroons. He is a serious man. He is not. Chief Curry already said it. Like, if you want to take it there, we'll go there. But my right and I am appointed by my people to lead and defend my people. And I do that with no apologies to anybody. Need no permission from anybody outside. Big dance, string up at a compound. Chief Curry come lock off that rotted. Chief But Chief Curry lock off the dance. They said there's a video going around on social media. I'm sure if I check the chat room, it's in there. Them said Chief Curry walking at the dance and grabbed the microphone and said, "Who is you to tell man to play?" Because I guess he was saying stop the dance, and people were saying, "Yo, play a song, play music." So I go up there and grab the mic from selector and say, "Who is you to tell man to play? This is a town of order. This is a town of order. What you do?" This is Chief Curry as he shouted into the microphone. Here the comment section now. Why the one chief can go on and say, their smiley faces and all that. The next one said, that's why he's the chief. The next one said, them run from Andrew and drop in a curry. Them want to mash up Jamaica with them lawlessness. Half these people saying that this is what Jamaica needs. And the minute the Prime Minister makes a rule, them same one start cuss. If Andrew lock off dance, everybody a cuss. But Chief Curry lock off the dance and everybody say, "Ooh, Chief can't go out with himself," to see. Side note, Chief fine as hell though. Next one say, then him nice. The next one say, take with the drum them, yes. Next one say, why you maroon men are so gorgeous? You fine looking chief. What? I beer. Listen, nobody no care. Right now, Chief can do no wrong. If Chief run for Prime Minister of Jamaica, can probably win right now. Right now. Actually, there are comments here that says JLP and PMP where uno go. If I'm a Chief Curry for Prime Minister, we now vote. And next one says, but when Andrew said, uno go on bad, a man uno love move. But yeah, Chief that they are doing thing, and he's letting them know that don't do that. Don't do that, because next thing you know, you give them a right to come raid around here, so because illegal dance are keep, and to come, you know, mash up a place and search up with thing and disturb our peace. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. And a true leader leads like that, to have the courage to step out in front of people and say, yo, lock off sound, go home. There's a no movement day. In Jamaica, we have to observe that. Don't be up here doing all this and next thing, JCF and JDF full up here, hot up the place. Eh? Not going to be PM if he keeps locking down dance. Who? Citizen Blue, who? Chief Curry or Andrew? Boy, first time, I see so many people said, I voted JLP, but never again. And I can't wait for vote again because Andrew has to go. Like, at the first I've seen like so many people have said it. Like, is this what we really voted for and all kind of something? Andrew, a criminal. What? By the JLP. I want that 800,000 or 8,000 or 8 million. I don't know. Exactly. I don't rank Chief Curry. Order is order. Shanette, the whole out the dog business but no order. Well, anything Chief, if Chief Curry said the dance was to go on because this is maroon land and we're not governed by maritime law and by the government of Jamaica. We're not harming anyone. We're on our own ancestral land, governing our own thing. You know what I say? Yes, he's right. That's what the chief said. But the chief said, lock it off and ride with Doctor. I'm on no look. Go ahead. I drop me a back here. He will lock down the country so nobody vote. So he said. All right, so when we're chosen high priestess, you are being racist against Rastaman. How could you make such an ignorant comment? And who chosen high priestess I talk about? All I see is like these big red question marks and these emojis. Am I missing a conversation here? I feel like spending a time with it this morning. I'm gonna give you an extra 5 minutes. But let's have a conversation. Now, what kind of conversation are you getting into? Chosen high priestess. Andrew Holness is a Republican. Well, he might be. He might be. Let's say a madman that's SouFLo. SouFLo, she's not talking to you. Oh, okay. I wouldn't mind getting into the conversation. You know me, I'm not disrespect people. I like to hear from other people, different points of views and what she have to say. And these kind of things. Okay, I am talking to Aldane Walker. All right, then, carry on. Manners and respect. SouFLo, did you miss verses with Super Cat Bangarang? Oh, I could talk about that. Yo, can you say dementia plus white rum? When dementia meet white rum. Where so them block him? Super Cat. Go on verses. Did I save it? Rotten. Let me save it. There's no way I didn't save this. Super Cat went on verses. I knew verses was gonna be big. But you see who lead out though? Jamaican culture. Jamaicans need to understand the value of their culture. Both the government and the people need to understand the gold mine that they have. Now wait for Rihanna to sing work. I send 50 million copy. Don't wait for Drake to sing Controller and make 100 million copy and all this. They took down Super Cat video. Let me see something. Boy, you can't get away these days as me open my phone, you know. Watch you know, it's too early for all that. As you open your phone, back you're clapping on your face. Ladies. Let's see if I saved it. Super Cat. I don't know. So Super Cat take the verses, goes on stage, and yes, I think I got it. See it? Take it down all you want to. Me have it. Ready? Please be loud. Please be loud. If me play it, I wonder if it's about take down my video though. Because then take it, well, it's probably verses took it down. It's probably verses took it down because it's against, now it's low. The volume is low. And I want you to hear it. And I don't have my speakers in here this morning. But me go see if you can take in this. Me think Super Cat licking head. I don't know. Try and see if you can hear this.
Lying chief and possible. Tell the whole world I want to put you on a blood clot rob United States. Great man and Jesus. Well, watch out. For them, that's Psalms 2. The iron, run a fire, break them like a blood clot, them in small pieces. Knock them up to them grass creases like one of the pieces. Well, here, Carl Joseph is in Bedland. Lick up the iron pen. Dig so much Ross Claude grave. Hard wine a bunch of people from Calvary Cemetery. Straight up to Ross Claude Maypen. United States will learn talk blood clot shoot. Big pussy boy Donald Trump. Berlin Wall drop down. China Wall down stand up. Jericho Wall pop down. Korea Wall pop down. How come a big pussy like you split United States in two? You forget lick by your big pussy mouth. Or Donald blood clot Trump. Rum feeling skin, rum.
Yeah. Watching Super Cat, he's dissing USA, right? Well, he's talking foolishness. He's talking foolishness. First of all, right? Nobody diss USA when you're living in it. That's first of all. That's like setting fire to your own house. It's counterproductive. You're gonna be homeless after. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Don't diss the USA when you're living in it. So much so, I mean, Super Cat could be anywhere. He could go to England and live there. He could go to Canada and live there. He has chosen to live in the United States of America since, what, the 80s? Probably even the 70s. I don't know. But he's been here all this time. So that diss in America and something that I don't know about that. But I did hear him diss Donald Trump. But then the mumbo jumbo, he was up there to sing music. This is versus concert. And this is what he spent a good deal of time rambling on about. Somebody said this looked like dementia meets white rum. Somebody said, I'm a big fan of Super Cat, but it's obvious that something is off. Somebody said when you mix up the cocaine with other things, this is the effects you get. I don't know if Cat is on no coke. I'm not saying he is. I'm not even going to imply that he is. I'm just saying the comments that are coming in. In other words, everybody see it. Enough people say that something is off with Super Cat. But you know what? Super Cat always been like that. If you go back and check his older videos, he is a bit eccentric. He's been eccentric. Go check his older videos. But as he got older, the eccentricness got more. Something like Lee Scratch Perry. Lee Scratch Perry be talking about motherships and landing on Earth and taking off and getting the sounds. He sees sounds and colors, and the red is this, and then he interwoven the red with the blue and took the purple out of it, and this, and then yes, man, and someone come up with this one right there. So his genius process is crazy to us. So we're like, what the hell is he talking about? Brother, I'm mad enough. And then you hear a song or a beat, and you're like vibing to it. Oh, who this? Read the credits. Produced by Lee Scratch Perry. I don't know if Super Cat is losing it. What do y'all think? He did it for the culture. That never helped the culture at all. That did not help the culture at all. Most geniuses are mad. Yes. That's a proven fact. They've said that since from forever time. Shamar said he's losing it. Justin Brown. Don't do it. Justin Brown says the nursing homes are full of Jamaicans telling people about them clock. Pucci line. Justin Brown said it can be like Imam Bujo par. Don't do that. I make me have to repeat that. Roxanne says Supercat been doing that because when I saw him at the Garden many years ago, he went on just like that. Yes, that's what I noticed. And let me tell you, when he was supposed to do his big comeback, when he went to Jamaica, well, a couple of years ago, because he hadn't been back to Jamaica in however long since. Because you know, Supercat name did mix up in a whole bunch of stuff, man dead and murdered and all these things, and real bad man, gunman friend them and these kind of things. So it took a while for him to get back to the island, and he was making this big entrance to come back into the island. And I remember seeing him on that interview and the way how him hair did kind of let out the hair. It looked like a big fro, like that big, and Taiwan bandana around it. And then the way he was talking, I was like, this is not Supercat. Supercat is on something. He's probably nervous, took a few lines of coke, high as shit, just saying whatever he. And I went and researched from then. I said, let me go see his other interviews to see if this is some new onset. You know, I mean, the dementia might have started kicking in, creeping in, Alzheimer's. I don't know. I couldn't figure out nothing he was saying in the interview. And when I went and checked his other interviews, it's the same way. So for those of y'all who think that's a new Supercat you saw last night, it's not. Either he been losing it, or that's just him being him. He may have had a mental crack. Wrong place, wrong time. That's my opinion of that. They gave you the stage to shine, right? It's like when Dovey Magnum went on. Big up Dovey. When Dovey Magnum went on, what's that show called with Angela Yee, Charlemagne the God, DJ Envy, Breakfast Club? When Dovey Magnum went on Breakfast Club, I was like, what? She made it to Breakfast Club? That's what's up. Because I know Dovey as an independent artist, she out there doing a thing. And, you know, you making them kind of strides, independent woman thing. You know, me I cheer for her, my fellow country person, and a woman at that, in a male-dominated industry. I'm cheering for her. And then Charlemagne looked over there and said, you suck dick? Dovey said, what? No, damn it. It's like, oh, this is where this went. Like, we're not gonna talk about like the music. We're not gonna talk about like the culture. We're not gonna talk about like your journey to stardom and where you at now. Like none of that. Just you said that. Nah, damn it. Platform. So a lot of people started like writing me and calling me, SouFlo, you have to review this. Dovey Magnum said, and I didn't review it. I didn't review it because everybody who was calling me didn't have nothing good to say. They're like, Jesus Christ, man, certain things you say in, I could see if you're out a road and you do a dance and like a Jamaica, you're there, you know, we're party under the stars and these things. Grab a mic and lick a bus in your head and you say anything, but that was Power 105.1, the Breakfast Club. But hey, you know how I look at it? If Charlemagne was brave enough to ask her that, then she could answer any which way she want to answer. You can't bring me on a platform and tell me keep it kosher and then ask me questions like that, right? I'm allowed to answer whichever way I want to answer. You led that down there. You led that. What? Butogel? Oh, God. Cat is under J and all his nephews. LOL. Cat is under J Ray and all his nephews. Yo, the J Ray and nephew is something that is serious. Don't play with it. John Kabati, don't play with it. We are living in a cancel culture time where you got to be mindful of what you say. Yes. And they will use Supercat. Remember, I know, they barely want to help us anyways, as it is. You know, you see how they stifle the culture. How many artists get visa take away? How many can't get work permit for go certain places? How many? Because they know. And this is how our thing goes. That same dancehall reggae music that it's taken a lot of people around the world. It's made millionaires out of a lot of people. So it's something that they want to control. Now, when they give you a platform like that, my brother, that's not what you get up there and say. You run music. You take the people back in time. So I'm a dolly, my baby. How can the voice of one call Super Cat coming in for the microphone right now? And go back into the damn early 90s cat and give us some of them there. We don't want to hear none of that. He said something about sign a walk and sign a run and something a walk and Jericho wall pop down and China wall pop down and I'm like, where's this going? That's not what the people came for. But hey, who am I to tell him, right? He is Super Cat, and that has worked for him for the years that he's been doing music. Although I noticed that him ramble on more now than ever before. Remember, me talk about aging when this starting up. That could be one of the effects we're seeing. Seeing you're not able to gather your thoughts because you know the touch of dementia outside my kick in. You're not able to gather your thoughts. You're gathering it in bits and pieces. I wanted to talk about Jericho Wall, but then the stop sign jumping on my mind. So Jericho Wall kicking and stop sign walking and man a run down and country culture and like that's how he sounded to me, like he was rambling. Him getting old. Cat not that old. Cat's not old. Super Cat not even old though. I think I seriously the J car him stay on them drinks. So him stay on them drinks and him burn him herbs. So that's a combination right there that will have you talking foolishness at the wrong time. You know, especially under pressure like that. It's a huge crowd. And shout out to Jamaica, but when I see big versus concert go on, Dexter Daps come out, wild up the place. Baby Sham come out, shell down the venue. There were so many of them. Shout out to Buster Rhymes too. Buster always flying the flag high. But me notice said, yeah man, it was a win-win for Jamaican culture until we got the Super Cat. Who until we got the Super Cat. Somebody in here is saying they took it down. They have all reasons to take it down. They have all reasons to take it down. See, that brown liquor is serious. May I tell you, that stuff will have you shitting on yourself in front of people and laughing at yourself. Me don't know it. But there in England one time and I'm dealing with that time I'm like 19. Dealing with a bottle and I never drank vodka before. The first time I drank vodka, I was 19 years old. I was in the UK. It was a house party. Me did it a throwback with everybody else that was there. Remember, I know the first time me I really leave home too, cause I left America, gone about my business. That's why my mom was like, if I don't know where you at. So my mom was trying to sabotage my plan because she didn't want me going off into the world on my own yet. I said, I want to go see the world. I was very adventurous from a young age, you know. So I dropped out of college and I went. I was off in the UK. But then I went a house party. It was a two-story house. The bathroom was upstairs that they let everybody use. The bathroom was upstairs. So me there, out in the world, first time. I'm trying everything. Vodka. No, scratch that. Man, I'm trying everything. I was trying new things and doing things. Beat down a bottle of vodka. It was a big clear bottle with blue writing on it. Says Absolute and a silver top. I'll never forget because I don't remember nothing else after that other than went upstairs, tried to use the bathroom, came back downstairs with my pants still at my ankles, tripped at the top of the steps, and barely caught myself going down and end up at the bottom of the steps in at the people party with everybody looking at me. See, so that drinking stuff there's for the birds. If you're gonna drink like that, heavy and drop down in a party, but it was fun times. I ain't gonna lie, it was an experience. It let me know that vodka isn't really my friend. Me and vodka don't par like that. We don't really associate. These days I'm a wine person. You know, a couple glasses of wine will get me there. Can't drink beer. My wife don't like beer. She says she don't like the smell of it. She don't like the taste of it. So yeah, wine is more my thing these days, and some fruity drinks. Well, we might dabble in every now and then. I don't like sweet. I don't like sweet. So all the sweet stuff, I don't like it. I like me drink them taste kind of sour or, you know. I mean, a man will drink Cersei and bitters and them something there. So every time I'm drinking something sweet, the words diabetes keeps playing in my head loud. Diabetes. Because you're consuming too much sweetness. Diabetes. So I'm afraid of sweet drinks. I don't use sugar in my food or nothing. I'm afraid of sweet drinks. Anyhow, vodka is a creeper drink. Vodka is no, I lie. Babe, me and wife we dropped down to Miami one night. We was coming from a club and opened the club door and skin out in front of the people them establishment on the ground. I don't know if she remember what place it was. Not what place it was, but what were we drinking that night. But none every now and then, sweet diabetes. Vodka is a violent drink. Yeah, vodka make you want to thump out glass and run through plate glass window and do all kind of craziness. I'm cool. I'm cool. You should try vodka again. Skull vodka. It's a bad drink. Kaz, you said bad. When we want it for? Henny and vodka is what we were drinking. No wonder. No wonder. Hey, Dainty D says, SouFlo, you reckless. Oh my God. I don't know. Some people be having this impression of me like it's, outside of this, it's probably suit and tie and speak correctly. And no, man, I get loose like everybody else. Matter of fact, I probably get more loose than other people. If you see me out having fun, don't judge me. Don't judge me. I might be on one. All right, don't judge me. My eye that might be really, really red. You can guess if you want to what that might be. And then they might be like really shut down like that. Or you might see me stumbling or beer joke I go on because that's what I go out for. That's what I go out for. I want life to live in them. Just don't overindulge. Everything in moderation. You know what I'm saying? It's not a every weekend thing for me. It's not a every. It's out there on an e-pill. LOL. Capo. Listen up. Straight shots of vodka and Hennessy. And my wife was all over the place that night. Literally. Literally. She was literally all over the place that night. And you know what I like about her? She don't do this anywhere. And it's with me. So it's all good. So I'm looking at you from the Cayman Islands. Always watch your program. Continue delivering accurate information to the people. It's rare in the media these days. LZ, big up yourself and shout out to the whole Cayman Islands. Another one of the places on our bucket list, which we should be visiting soon. All right, SouFlo, you grow so much from the first time I watch you. So proud of you and your family. Genius Realist, thank you, man. I appreciate you. The audience will drag you up. They will put you in place and and they'll help you to grow too. So that's why I'm attached to my audience like this because we can just vibe with them. Yeah, I owe them a lot. I owe them a lot. To all the mad. And that was Puchilai, and that was the perfect combination. Two mad people, may I tell you. And she, she prayed out. Actually, it was her. She come out of the people in place and she fell. She was going to fall, and I was trying to catch her. And the two we ended up dropped. And the bouncers came over there and asked if we were all right. I was spread out on the floor and just laugh. We didn't even try to get up like right away. We just spread out and just laugh, laugh, laugh. So we have fun when we go out, man. It's not uptight and bad news and politics all the time and these kind of things. Live life. Life is short. You know what I'm saying? Live it. Live it while you can and do all the things you can while you can. Because if you live long enough, there's enough things you're not going to be able to do. Like me say, right now, I have to wine with caution because my back not right. So when you that throw waste, you never think that you would have reached the day where you'd have to wine with caution. Eh? So here we are. So live life and live it to the fullest. Anyways, respect from Belize. Oh my God, Belize is so beautiful. I actually reached out to Shine, right? And I said I would love to come to Belize and have a sit down with him and all these other things, and showcase Belize and my time in Belize, vlog the island. And I think it would benefit both of our platform. My audience would love to see me in Belize, and also the world would get to see Belize from my perspective, that kind of stuff. So to promote your country, because he's all about Belize and beautiful Belize and all this stuff. No reply. I'll get no reply, but I'm waiting, and maybe I have to try again and keep trying until I get a reply. So shout out to Shine, big up to Belize. Belize is beautiful. I'm sure Belize have them ghetto to and them bad places like everywhere else. But the beautiful parts, I see it, and it's beautiful. Yeah, CNN reporting Colin Powell dies of COVID. Get out of here. Get out. Colin Powell. Are you talking about Colin Powell, the Jamaican Colin Powell? Could have been the first African American president, and he would have been a Jamaican in the White House. But he said, no, I don't want that job. Him? That Colin Powell? At him in one of his photos, telling him to check his DM. I did. Actually, that's a lie. I didn't. I just sent the letter straight to the DM. So maybe I need to notify him and say, I would love to go to Belize, man. If he said yes, I would be on a plane like ASAP right away. So CNN is reporting trauma and release for Abductor's life as she is rescued. Oh, man. Oh, remember the video I showed y'all? I kept telling y'all, women, be careful, because she's coming home from work. She missed it by the skin of her teeth. Remember this video? We're going to talk about Colin Powell in a second. I'm going to check it. But that video right there, look, opening her door. She hear footsteps. See that? Well, that brother, that person has been arrested. They found him, and he got arrested. We had a discussion on that a couple of days ago. I believe it was Friday or Thursday. So he has been arrested. That's just another update. Yes, Colin Powell is dead. Confirmed at 9 minutes ago. Yo, Omega Brown, I think this is the man's 36th arrest. 36. You know he wasn't going in there to play with that woman. Chosen High Priestess says, oh, you are Aldean still a talk. Is the most wisest Rastaman that I have ever heard, encouraging and supporting people with wisdom and knowledge, common sense. All right. BBC confirmed that Colin Powell is dead. Good to know. Yeah, that brother is a creep, a real creep. And I bet he done it before and actually got away with it. You know what's crazy? What's crazy is that these guys will run up into some female's house, right? Run into her apartment. Women are getting handled. I won't use the R word. And they don't report it. They don't report it. Literally don't report it. I'm sure he did that already and got away with it. He was watching her. You're absolutely right. August 88837. You're right. He was watching her. He was studying her moves, when she come home, when she leave, all that. Her pattern, how she opens her door. She normally fiddle for her keys at the door. These are things that you women can do to increase your safety. You see, when y'all go to your door, I wish I had my keys. When you're going to your door, hold your keys like this. Look. Hold your keys. If you have multiple keys, hold them like this. Don't hold your keys in your hand. Cover up all your keys. And then when you get to the door, you're like going through 20 keys just to get to your house key. Don't do that. That's what I do. But I'm telling you not to do that. That's what I do. But I do that. I'm in a safe garage. I pull my car into the garage, bring down my garage door before I even get out of my car. My wife, she has that. She can pull into the garage, lock the garage down, remote, lock down the garage, and then get out and go open the door, right? Hold your keys though. But I don't. I mean this. I'm at the door with 20 keys on my thing, and I'm fumbling. Tried this one. That didn't work. Why the key them look similar? And I'm standing there. Don't do it. As a woman, very dangerous for you. You saw what just happened right there. Hold your keys like this. And you hold your keys like this. Can't take the call there. Call you back. Can't talk. No. What's up? You hold your keys like this. So in case you are attacked, you can leave a mark. You remember leave a mark? Okay. So make sure the key them pointed out like this. You leave a mark when you scratch a face or a neck or anywhere like that. Leave that mark. Take some skin, some DNA. Because you don't know what will go on. People don't normally attack you to massage you, right? And have your key ready. Make sure one of the keys that you're holding like this is actually the key that opens the door. So you can use it as a weapon. And then as soon as you get to the door, that key is already selected. Halfway down the hallway, you should be aiming for that keyhole already. As you hit that door, go straight in and go. All right, so Colin Powell is gone. It's been confirmed. And of course, everybody is going to be all in mourning now. Colin Powell.
According to Wikipedia, Colin Luther Powell is an American politician, diplomat, and retired four-star general who served as the 65th United States Secretary of State from 2001 to 2005.
Four-star general. And he is dead. What did Colin Powell do for a living? CNN says Colin Powell, military leader and the first black U.S. Secretary of State. A four-star general, military leader, and first black. And also, isn't Colin's parents, both parents are Jamaican? Mother and father. So it's a Jamaican. I know somebody's going to be like, y'all always trying to claim somebody. He's not Jamaican. He wasn't born in Jamaica. Listen, my opinion of my Jamaican. If the mom is Jamaican, the father is Jamaican, the grandparents on both sides are Jamaicans, are Jamaican. Yeah, but if a cow is born in a pig's pen, is it not still a cow? Well, we're not cows and pigs. You understand? It's in my Jamaican. So I'm claiming this one. I'm claiming this one. Not because of his accolades and all that, but I've been around. Remember, I did a good time in the military here as well. I very well know who he is. And like I said, he could have been our first, before Barack Obama, he was slated to be. And he would have been because his ratings were so high. And he turned that opportunity down. He never wanted to do it. And a lot of people said, oh, he didn't want to do it because he probably knows that he'll get assassinated because racial tensions and all that. America is not ready for that yet. All kinds of things. Some people were saying he's a four-star general. He knows a lot of ish from behind the scenes. So if you hear him say he don't want to step into that position, just trust and believe that he knows why he's saying that. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that you have been in the military. That's the apple cider. That's Camille Greer. Yeah, it was fun. Thank you, but it was fun. It was a love-hate relationship, but it was fun. It wasn't all joy, but we made it fun. Colin Powell dies at 84 of COVID complications. Also, Floor, your navel string to be cut on Jamaican soil to be Jamaican. No, Marvelous Marvin. Anywhere me, that is Jamaica. It's just like when the U.S. moves, set up embassy. When the U.S. sets up embassy in Jamaica, right? Do you know that the soil on which they're at and the building itself is considered American? When we set up army bases in Germany and other places, when our women have babies on that army base, that child birth certificate does not say born in Germany. He's American. See? So, okay, so people gone back to the fully. See, that's the conversation I don't want to have right there. I'm actually going to end this video right here because I think we've gone on long enough. That's something that they're being very funny about it. For those of you who don't know, so it's like we're in a corner where we can't even discuss certain things. See? So when people are saying he was fully this and he didn't get that and he died of COVID complications and something, we don't want to go there. So the reason why we don't want to go there is because all the other great things we talked about for the past 2 hours could be erased simply because we chose to have a 5-10 minute discussion about that's something there. SouFlo, you're a hypocrite. No, he is not Jamaican. Donnie B, YouTube was my friend sometimes because YouTube actually blocked your comment, but I can see it. So I get to choose if the crowd sees it or not. Donnie B says, I am a hypocrite and no, he's not Jamaican. How am I a hypocrite? What does that have to do with anything? I have an opinion. How does an opinion make you a hypocrite? Did I say contrary before? Did I say something else before? Yes, Galaxy, 2 hours. So why if say my kids are Jamaican, period. Period. We live right outside of Jamaica, but we're in Jamaica all the time. We work and play outside of Jamaica, earn our living outside of Jamaica, but we are Jamaican. And we're picking them at Jamaican. Anybody don't understand that, that's their business. You can they're honorary Jamaicans. I think when your mother and your father fully Jamaican, and then their parents and their parents' parents, you know, as far back as I trace my family, I just Jamaican in it. So, you know, and he has that, the kids have that on both sides. Not true? No, man, Danny B, no big deal. No big deal. I was just telling you that YouTube, maybe because you put the word hypocrite in it and they're sensitive sometimes, so they blocked your comment. So the comment shows up gray where only I can see it, but the audience can't see it. It's like sometimes somebody tell me if I run up on them and broke my neck in there and YouTube blocks it, but I see it. I see it and I decide to not show it to everybody else. You can get citizenship in Jamaica through your grandparents. Yeah, dual citizenship. Your kids have Jamaican birth certificate? No, they don't. So what? That don't mean nothing. Nobody cares about your birth certificate, bro. People more care about your legal status as far as dual citizenship goes or something like that. Ain't nobody asking for no birth certificate after unless you're trying to renew some paperwork or something that requires that. Here, we're gonna leave this one here this morning. I keep saying that and I keep going and going because y'all keeping me here. Big up and bless up to each and every one of you. Manners and respect. I'm gonna clean the board and get some hot topics planned for tomorrow morning, and I'll make sure that I'm here right here with you tomorrow morning. All right, so tune in and tell a friend, so we can get the party going and them kind of thing there. Have a wonderful day. Manners and respect. Darling Walter Riley, thank you so. Listen, Darling Walter Riley, I appreciate you so much. Every now and then I pick somebody out just to say I appreciate you so much. Doesn't mean I don't appreciate everybody that tune in. But some names, when you've been seeing that name for a while and like they tune in all the time and they stay through the process, and you have to respect that. Understand? So Darling Walter Riley, I highly appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Thanks to each and every one of you, man. I appreciate you greatly. God go with you, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right? God in everything. We're out. Peace.